Hello, my name is Dr. Frederick Covington, and I'm an occupational therapist. Welcome to Ask the OT. Today we'll be discussing executive functioning disorders. Now, the definition of this is that executive functioning is an umbrella term for the neurologically based skills involving mental control and self-regulation. They are a set of processes that all have to do with managing oneself and one's resources in order to achieve a goal. Now, let's simplify this and break it down. Executive functioning describes the many tasks our brains perform that are necessary to think, act, and solve problems. Executive functioning includes tasks that help us learn new information, remember and retrieve information we've learned in the past, and use this information to solve problems of everyday life. A person's executive functioning skills make it possible for him or her to live, work, and learn with an appropriate level of independence and competence for his or her age. Now, with this in mind, we have to look at the development of executive functional skills. Now, around the time of puberty, the frontal part of the cortex of the brain matures, allowing individuals to perform higher level tasks like those required in executive functioning. Now, here's a list of some of the chief executive functions. You have inhibition, which is the ability to stop one's own behavior at the appropriate time, including stopping actions and thoughts. There's shift, the ability to move freely from one situation to another and to think flexibly in order to respond appropriately to the situation. There's emotional control, which is the ability to modulate emotional responses by bringing rational thought to bear on feelings. There's initiation, and that's the ability to begin a task or activity and independently generate ideas, responses, or problem-solving strategies. There's working memory, and that's the capacity to hold information in mind for the purpose of completing a task. You also have planning and organization, which is the ability to manage current and future-oriented task demands. And you also have organization of materials, which is the ability to impose order on work, play, and storage spaces. You also have self-monitoring, which is the ability to monitor one's own performance and to measure it against some standard of what is needed or what is expected. Now, in people without executive functioning problems, the brain performs these tasks quickly in the subconscious, often without their awareness. In a sense, executive functioning is almost like instinct. People with executive functioning problems do not perform these tasks intuitively. They have difficulty with planning, organizing, and managing time and space. They also show weaknesses in working memory. Executive functioning weaknesses can be seen at any age, but become more obvious as children reach mid to upper elementary school. Now, here's a couple of identifying traits or symptoms. A person could have difficulty planning and completing projects. There could be problems with understanding how long a project will take to complete. One could struggle with telling a story in the right sequence with important details and minimal irrelevant details. There could be trouble communicating details in an organized, sequential manner. There could exist problems initiating activities or tasks or generating ideas independently. And lastly, there could be difficulty retaining information while doing something with it, such as remembering a phone number while in the process of dialing that phone number. Now, as always, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to send emails or leave your comments here, and we'll be seeing you next time. Thank you.